Welcome to Hollywoodbets Greyville here in the Shorthead Restaurant and Bar, where we've come to enjoy the evening and come to celebrate with Hollywoodbets and Greyville Gold Circle to celebrate the Hollywoodbets Sizzling Summer Challenge. And we've come to reward the winners, and we've come to celebrate. What a wonderful initiative it is on behalf of Hollywoodbets to put up a challenge of this nature and to get everybody knuckling down and doing their very best to win this challenge. We've had some exciting finishes, some exciting racing, and it's been absolutely wonderful. Welcome to everybody. We trust that you'll enjoy your evening with us. Get yourself a drink, have some snacks, and we're just really going to have an enjoyable evening here at this beautifully renovated, brand new Shorthead venue. And without any further ado, Devin Heifer is the man who's put a lot of time and effort with his team behind the scenes to get this function going and to get this whole challenge going. And just when you think Hollywood have done it all, before this challenge had finished, they've already thought of another challenge, one directed at the punters. So we'll hear about that more in a little while. But without any further ado, I'd like to call up Devin Heifer to please come forward and address you and say a few words. A round of applause, ladies and gentlemen.
Good evening, ladies and gents. Thank you so much. Wow, it's a great turnout. Sorry if my voice is a bit gone. I'm quite out of breath. That last race basically predicted who was going to finish second in the Trainers Challenge. So it's quite exciting. It was really, really close. Big fight there between Allison and Lafferty, and we'll see shortly who won it. But thank you very much, guys. It's been an absolute thrilling past 3 months hosting this Hollywoodbets Sizzling Summer Challenge. It was a completely different challenge. We didn't take into account the number of wins or the stakes or graded races. It was about consistency and running the horses. One of the horses that finished in the top 6 ran 9 times in the last 3 months. The best thing about this whole thing was owners want to see their horses running. And that was what we achieved through this challenge. The fields in KZN over the last 3 months increased. Where everyone else is going down, KZN is going up. And it's just fantastic to see how the whole place here, Hollywoodbets Greyville, Hollywoodbets Scottsville, is just getting so much more colorful. So a big well done to all the trainers, the jockeys, the owners. Thank you so much for taking part in this competition. And we can't wait to see who finished in the top 6 and in the money. As Warren mentioned, we've now done the trainers, owners, and jockeys with their challenge, and now we've got the challenge for the punters. So the punters challenge will be launching on Sunday. It's going to run throughout the month of March, and there's 100,000 Rand in prizes up for grabs, which is really fantastic. It's going to be, woo! You know, the punters come first at Hollywood and Gold Circle. So together with Hollywoodbets and Tab Gold, this competition is going to be running throughout the month of March. There's 9 meetings, and over those 9 meetings, there'll be daily prizes worth of 5,000 Rand up for grabs, 2,000 Rand to the winner, and 3,000 divided amongst the top 10, with a grand prize of 20,000 Rand to the winner at the end of the competition, at the end of March, with 35,000 Rand to be dispensed over the top 20. Very easy to enter. The website launches tomorrow. It's punters.hollywoodbets.net. You can go to Hollywoodbets or the Tab Gold website, and you'll be able to find all the information there. So guys, please enter. If you have both accounts, you need a Hollywoodbets account or Tab Gold account to enter. If you have both, you get 2 entries, which is fantastic. So we wish everyone all the best and a big well done to all the winners tonight. Thank you for taking part, and thank you for having us. Cheers.
Thank you, Devin. Thank you very much. Let's move along then and look at the winners. We're going to start off with the horse awards, and we're going to go from 6th position to 1st position. Having a look at just 1 or 2 stats, Devin did mention that, and I want to read it because I don't want to get it wrong, only 2 of the horses in the top 6 tonight that are winners both won a race. Only 2 out of the 6 actually won races, and both of them won 2 races each. Jaden Schreier ran 2nd in tonight's competition in the horse category, still a maiden. Parkdale in this little challenge series ran 9 times. So there we go. There's a few stats. Let's go into 6th position, ladies and gentlemen. And 6th position was a 3-way tie. So 10,000 rand for finishing 6th, which will be shared 3 ways. And those 3 horses were Green Ice, owned by the Fire Trust, Mr. Elish Naidu, Alison Wright, your trainer. Excessive Grace, the other runner, trained by Mike Miller, owned by Michael and Mrs. Miller, and Mr. and Mrs. Len Ferner, I'll have you add as well, and Parkdale as well, joint third, owned by Ted and Ruth Hughes and the de Klerk family. So Green Ice, the connections of Green Ice, Excessive Grace and Parkdale, please come forward to receive your winning mementos and your checks and all that go with it. A round of applause for the 6th place category. Alison, where's Alison Wright? Slowly, Sterling, slowly, slowly. Yes, you can take your envelope and you can go. There's Alison Wright representing the Fire Racing Trust. Being asked. Ellie, the jocks are shouting at you in the corner. Eh? Wishful. Go Wishful. Alison Wright, she's the conditioner for Green Ice. Oh, Ellie, slowly. No sharing of that. Drink it when you get home, you've got a long drive. And Parkdale, are there any connections here? Ted or Ruth Hughes? The Van Wyks, anybody that can represent Parkdale? Going once, twice, third and last. Well, Devon, they'd have to be here to collect the money, so we can just, Alison and I can share the money. Okay, we'll get Parkdale. Let's move on to 5th position on 59 points. Owner Mario Ferreira, trainer Dennis Bosch, and breeder Rathmore Stud. The horse that finished 5th and takes home 20,000 for Mario Ferreira is Girl from Ipanema. Dennis Bosch, is he in the house? There he is. Come forward, Dennis, and greet these lovely girls. There we go. Have a look at the camera. Pull your tank in. Anton says, pull your tank in. Anton, he said he has pulled it in. Wait till he lets it out. Okay, 4th position on 60 points. This horse is owned by Mr. P.G. Dixon, trained by Daryl Moore and bred by Hartley South Africa Pty Limited. And the horse that takes home, or the owner that takes home 30,000 rand, is Mr. P.G. Dixon with Forest Jump. And ladies and gentlemen, we've got Mr. Ivan Moore here with us. Good evening to you, Ivan. Wonderful to have you here. And he's come up to receive the prize. Have some photographs for the camera crew in front to your left. Thank you very much, Ivan. Okay, for 40,000 rand, 3rd position on 65.5 points. 3rd position. This horse is owned by Brian Riley and Sherwin Geria, trained by Paul Lafferty, and Mr. R.S. Barry is the breeder. We're talking about Explosive Beauty. Explosive Beauty. Here's Paul Lafferty, starting out a lot better. Wonderful to have everybody here this evening. The atmosphere is electric. We can hear Dee's Dianant in the crowd. Good evening to you, Dee's. Nice to have you with us. Kevin Shea is here, and everybody that's here. Owen and the family, well done and welcome to everyone. 2nd position, 50,000 rand at 67 points. This horse is trained by Wendy Whitehead, or affectionately Cookie Whitehead as we know her. Owners are Mr. W.F. Nathras and Wendy Whitehead herself. Bred by Linnington and Sons. 2nd position, 50,000 rand. Jaden Strayer, the maiden. Wendy Whitehead and your owner, please come up on stage. There we go. Lovely, lovely to have Wendy with us as well, and Mr. Nathras. A round of applause. 100,000 rand, ladies and gentlemen, is what Mr. Brian Riley is going to take home. 100,000 rand. His horse, Bint Malak, who did very well over this challenge, was bred by Bushhill Stud. It's trained by Paul Lafferty, or as we know him as the Bearded Goat. That's his affectionate name amongst his friends and colleagues. Bint Malak is the winning horse. 75 points, 100,000 rand. Paul Lafferty, please come up on stage. Paul, don't go away. Join me on stage, please, Laff, when you get a moment. Nice to have Derek Ramsey as well here at the races tonight, and of course he manages all your affairs, and all the way from Wales. Technology is a wonderful thing.
Not all my affairs, that didn't come out right.
No, okay. He manages your finances. Does that sound better?
That's better, yeah.
Okay. Who manages all your affairs then?
I do.
You do. Okay. All right. Wonderful initiative, and lovely for Brian.
Absolutely. Wonderful gentleman. At one stage we thought this horse wouldn't win a maiden, and she turned the corner and she came on at the right time off the virus, and she probably got another couple of wins in her, but couldn't go to a better man. He really is a top guy, and I'm really thrilled for him.
Paul, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Paul Lafferty, ladies and gentlemen, the trainer of Bint Malak. Derek, nice to have you with us, managing the financial affairs, not Paul's private affairs. Let's move on to the trainer awards. And again, we're going to start from 6th to 1st because there's money for everybody. Let me get my pages right here. 10,000 rand for 6th place. You all right, ma'am? Everything's all right, ladies? Okay. Okay, just checking. The trainer's in 6th place, and the lady who's going to take 10,000 rand home with her is a lady who knows her way around horses. She's trained many winners. She's been in the big league. She loves her animals. You follow her on Facebook. She's transparent. She's good for the game. And she's certainly a stable that's doing well. In 6th place for 10,000 rand, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for trainee Wendy Whitehead, affectionately known as Cookie Whitehead. There we go. Thank you, Wendy, and well done. In 5th place, they're going to take home 20,000 rand. And the gentleman, another gentleman, we are really blessed with some top trainers in the country, but certainly in KwaZulu-Natal. Group 1 after Group 1, trained winners for many, many, many years before I was even involved in horse racing. And might be grumpy at some times when you approach him, might be a bit grouchy, he might be a bit grumpy, but at the end of the day, he's a top trainer, he's a top man, and he knows his way around a horse, and he works well with media. He's ably assisted by Stuart Ferry, another gentleman of the game. Ladies and gentlemen, in 5th place, Stuart Ferry, Dennis Drier, their team take home 20,000 rand. There we go, Stewie. Stewie, you know what that means, don't you, from Sean? Come on, Stewie, means when are we going for dinner? You know, that means when are we going for dinner? You dropped something there, Stu. Okay, let's move along. 4th place. In 4th place, 30,000 rands. 30,000 rand. We're heating up. And yes, I'm going to spend a few seconds on every trainer and every jockey because they deserve their time, as do the horses. Here's a trainer. Again, he's bald like me. He knows his way around a horse. He's ably assisted by his young, energetic and enthusiastic son. He's got an assistant trainer of late who also knows his time. He's done his time. He knows his way around horses. They're a stable that are always transparent, like all of us, because we need the game to excel. The runners go out, they look good, and it's a pleasure to race with this trainer. And we wish him all the very best, and we congratulate him and his team. 30,000 rand goes to the training accommodation of Mike Miller and your good friend and son, Sterling. All right, thank you, Michael. Now, for third position, and I believe there were 7 points between a second and third. Okay, we'll get there now. But let's talk about third position. 40,000 rand. A lady who loves her wine. A lady who celebrates. I thought I could scream horses home. But when you stand next to Alison Wright, you've got no chance. I've been battered, bruised many times. The pole in the parade ring, I'm surprised that's still standing. But she's a passionate lady, her and her husband. They're a great team. And Alison and Kevin Wright, they're going to take home 40,000 rand for running third. Okay. In second place, and I believe there were 7 points between the second and third place, if I've read the message correctly. As I said earlier, there's lots of doctors in the house looking at this for handwriting. But in second place, there's no doubt that if he wasn't a good trainer and a good horseman, he would have been a comedian. There's no doubt about that. No doubt. A gentleman who's, you can be doing 60,000 rand at the races and you can bump into Paul Lafferty and you think you've won $1 million. He's always happy, he's always looking on the bright side, and a man with his humor I'm yet to find. Taking home 50,000 rand for him and his team, no doubt he'll share it with his team, is Paul Lafferty at second place. Slowly, Laff. Pull your tanker. Oh. Yes.
I'd just like to thank Hollywoodbets. I didn't when I had my chance. Owen and his team, well done. It's fantastic.
There we go. Thank you very much. Okay, now in the trainers division, 100,000 rand. 100,000 rand. Lot of money. Lot of money. And I'm repeating myself, and it's fine. And I'm saying the majority of the same thing over and again, but it's fine. Because this man, what he does for racing, what he does for other trainers, what he does for other horses. If there's a horse loose on the course, who's the first man there? And if you've got a problem, you go to him. He looks after the grooms, like everybody does. He looks after his staff. He looks after his family. He looks after his horses. Group 1 winner after Group 1 winner as a rider. A horseman of the highest order, and deserves to take home the 100,000 rand. His horses have performed, and they've performed well. Ladies and gentlemen, Garth Puller. Smile, Garth. Don't run away. I'm sure you'd want to say a few words. Garth, congratulations to you and your team, because it's always a team that has got to get the results. But congratulations.
Thanks, Warren. Yeah, I'd just like to thank Owen and the Hollywood family and Winning Form family for putting on this challenge. Great thing for racing. And then I'd like to thank my fiancée Wendy. She's here, and I've got family as well, my brother-in-law, and they're here. And then I'd like to thank Sam and Michael back at home, obviously my grooms, and a lot of work goes into it, and you need it like the blacksmiths and the physios and everybody. It just doesn't happen overnight, and I'd just like to thank everybody, and I don't want to leave out the punters. They're here and they make the racing.
Before you go, the last question. You and I always have a little joke. Every time you have a winner, Wendy's got a share. I said, how much do you take? How much is Wendy having? Tonight, is she going to snaffle that check?
I don't know. I was going to go to Owen and ask him if he couldn't make it cash so I could get a bit in my pocket, but the check's going to be gone.
Garth Puller, ladies and gentlemen. Put your hands together. Your winning trainer, Garth Puller. We move on to the jockeys. The Jockey Awards. We're going to go 6th to 1st. Could somebody get security to calm the jockeys down, please? I don't know if they're shouting about the money or the ladies, or I don't know what's going on. In 6th place, 10,000 rand. Gentleman was with us in the podcast, The Horses to Follow. Does anybody watch the Horses to Follow podcast? Thank you. I didn't know my mom was here and my sister. Tristan Godden was on the podcast. I wanted to say a few words about Tristan, but I will while he's receiving his prize. A young man who's was with us on the podcast the other day, and he's been working hard. He's been getting the chances. A likeable young man is Tristan. Well done. 10,000 rand in 6th position. In 5th place, ladies and gentlemen, in 5th place, 20,000 South African rands. Not rupees, Michelle, rands. Now, I was hauled over the coals the other day because a couple of months ago, because when this jockey walked past me, he had just ridden a winner. I said, not too bad for a senior jockey. And somebody overheard me and they pulled me aside and said, how on earth could you call this man a senior jockey? I said, well, he's not exactly a young teenager, but and he knows Vodacom Durban July he's won, and when I talk about senior jockey, there's seniors and juniors and anything, and especially in the jockey room. Stuart Randolph knows where the winner's enclosure is. He's taking home 20,000 rand for running 5th. Stewie Randolph, one of the good senior jockeys around. Thanks, Stu. Okay, the next gentleman to take home some money for running 4th in the jockeys category is a young man. If he hasn't caught your eye now by his riding style and by his results and by his demeanor and by his work ethic, well then I don't know where you've been. He's been getting chances. He had a rough start, I might let you know. He had a rough start. He had to go through the James Marie School. I remember talking to him many years ago, and he said to me, my dream is to be a jockey. And what I've got to do to get to be a jockey, I'll do it. And here he is running 4th in a challenge like this, riding winner after winner. We're very proud of this young man. He's at a double tonight. He takes home 30,000 rand. In 4th position, Serino Moodley. Yeah, that's his nickname, Moods. Up your moods. Is that what it is, Shawnee? Up your moods, eh? Okay. Serino Moodley. Well done, Serino. In 3rd place, I apologize, the voice is starting to stagger. It was like that horse that went to the front the other day at Cape Town. It staggered at the 400 like my voice is. But we're going to carry on. 40,000 rand for 3rd place. Another young man. I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. If a bomb went off next to him, he wouldn't move. His idea of quickly is not our idea of quickly. He's talented. I've had the privilege of working with Kevin Shea, and when he says this guy can ride, I take notice. I've had the privilege of working with him for many years. He's going to be a father soon. Ladies and gentlemen, in 3rd place for 40,000 rand is talented young rider Keagan de Melo. Give it to your missus for this, Kevin Shea says, give it to the missus for the baby. In 2nd place, 50,000 South African rands. Well, he doesn't need much introduction because we know him, but I'll never forget, I'll give a quick story, because I know we're running short on time, but a quick story. My car went into the panel beaters many, many years ago, and I needed a lift to Scottsville. And Anton Marcus was the man that was going to give me a lift. And as I got into his car, he said, I must just warn you, this is my time to talk on the telephone. We've got hands-free, you just do what you like, I'm not going to talk to you, I'm on the phone. I thought, well, that's impossible. Nobody can talk on the phone from Umhlanga to Scottsville. It's impossible. But I was very polite. Got in the car. As we got out the driveway, the first call went, and all the way to Scottsville, he was on the phone. That was Anton Marcus, telling them about the rides, telling him about how he wants to do things in his professional way. We all know how good Anton is. We know his record. He's run second in this challenge, and he's going to take home 50,000. Kevin Shea and I call him Celebrity Anton Marcus, ladies and gentlemen. His nickname, where's Kevin Shea? What's his nickname, Shazy? Celebrity, that's his nickname, Celebrity. Round of applause for the Celebrity. We're in the home straight, The atmosphere is wonderful. Please don't go, there's drinks and snacks, and we're going to have a wonderful evening celebrating the winners. Let's talk about the winner. I just want to check my time. This gentleman's going to take home 100,000 rand. 100,000 rand. Well, if you'd told me a year or 2 or 3 ago, or even longer than that, would this guy be vying for the championship? Would he be the championship leader? I would have said, well, probably not. But a nicer guy who's put his head down and he's worked hard and he travels. He's also a young dad, and his wife has also now joined the training ranks. He works. He's a natural lightweight. You happy I say that? Natural lightweight. He's taken his career by the scruff of its neck, and he's ruffled it about, and he said, here I am, my name's Warren Kennedy. Ladies and gentlemen, Warren Kennedy taking home 100,000 rand, your winning jockey. Proudly sponsored by Winning Form is Warren. Always happy to talk to the media. He lives on a plane. He's your log leader. He's your South African Championship log leader at this point in time. Come and have a word with us, Warren. Come and have a chat. Let's get... I know you'd rather talk to the ladies than me, but that's all right. I say it's just wonderful how things have turned and how things just keep going. And as I said, you've taken your career by the scruff of its neck. It's just wonderful to see. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you very much, Warren. It's a lot of hard work, but it's all due to a lot of support as well. You know, build your support around you, be able to do these things.
Winning Form have just sponsored. Wonderful to have them on board in your career as well.
Yeah, lovely. You know, I was waiting for a nice brand like Winning Form that's steeped in racing history to offer me a sponsorship, and Winning Form came along and duly obliged, and just very grateful that they've jumped on board with me, and hopefully I can bring home the championship for them.
Warren Kennedy, all the best to you.
Thanks very much.
Here we go. Warren Kennedy. Absolutely wonderful rider. Talented rider. Talented, and winner after winner after winner. Countrywide. Absolutely countrywide. And just wonderful to see Warren win this challenge in the jockeys' ranks. Ladies and gentlemen, I think before we close, let's put our hands together to thank and to appreciate and to herald Hollywoodbets and the team at Hollywoodbets and the team at Gold Circle that have worked it together to put this challenge together. I think let's give them all a round of applause. Congratulations. That brings us to the end of the formalities. Get yourself a drink. There's some snacks that will be passed around and served in a few moments. And don't rush home. But when you do go home, just go cautiously on the roads. They're very wet. And just been a wonderful evening. Sit back, relax, enjoy one another's company. And we will see you on Sunday at Hollywoodbets Scottsville. From Warren Lenferner, good night.